Welcome to Kitchen Possible, where we push back the walls of the same old and travel the culinary road of possibilities together as we learn to cook great meals in under 30 minutes or less. And as always, taste the love. And now your host and chef, Jerry Shoemaker.
Hi, welcome back to Kitchen Possible. Today we're going to talk about Asian cooking using our wok right here at Kitchen Possible. Remember, we try not to be the same old. We try not to do the same old thing. Sometimes you have to break out of that comfort zone, push back the walls that are keeping you in the same box that you've been in for years on end. And a lot of people don't cook a whole lot of Asian food because they don't realize how easy it is to do. Now today, specifically, we are going to talk about how to cook some romaine noodles and some chicken and throw some various vegetables in there to whip up a quick saute with the romaine noodles. It is so easy to do. And you know what's so great about it? There is no exact science. You can do it exactly the way you want. I mean, the flavors are endless. Whatever you like to eat, however you like to taste, put it in the wok and go for what you know. And I prepared on a plate some fine vegetables that I would like to put in there. I'm going to use some I have my wok heating up here as we're talking. I'm going to use some bok choy cabbage. I'm going to use some scallions chopped up there and some garlic and some finely chopped up celery. And I have a ginger root that I'm going to zest in there as well. And I also have some green beans chopped up, fresh green beans, and some fresh broccoli. And on that plate, I have had marinated for about 15-20 minutes some chopped boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And let me tell you something. My wok is heating up nice. Every household should have a good seasoned wok. And let me tell you something. Once you prepare, the hardest part is preparing all the prep work. And once it's done, this process goes quick. And you can have the family sitting down to a nice, healthy, delicious Asian cooked meal right there in your own house. So just stay tuned. Pay attention closely because this isn't going to take long. It's a nice short take, nice short video, and I hope you enjoy. And thank you once again for tuning in to Kitchen Possible. Hang on to your seatbelts because here we go. Our wok is good and hot. The first thing we're going to do is get our chicken in. Now you want that chicken to cook up real good. And it won't take long because it's boneless, skinless chicken thighs cut very, very finely using our kitchen scissors. And now remember, you can marinate this however you like it. Whatever flavors you like in there, you can use some cooking wine, you can use some soy sauce, teriyaki, you can use whatever dry seasonings or fresh that you would like. Alright, now while that's cooking down there, I'm going to throw in these chopped celery pieces. And this bok choy cabbage. You're going to be surprised how fast this is. This doesn't take long to cook. Of course, for the Chinese takeout, you don't wait that long. I'm talking about from start to finish. It shouldn't take any more than 15 minutes. I just added about a tablespoon of brown sugar. There's nothing like when you're dealing with Asian food, the contrast between sweet, spicy, tangy, and extra hot. Like they kind of work together real well, if you will. Now I'm going to throw in a splash of teriyaki. And when that's finished, after 2 or 3 minutes worth of cooking, we're going to empty all this goodness into this small stainless steel bowl here. And when you do that, you're going to want to put your wok back on that heat and get it hot again. And you're going to add a little bit more olive oil. This is the bowl that I'm going to use for the romaine noodles. And what I did before I started this is I used the remainder of what was left over of my Japanese clear soup. I had about a half a pot left, and I didn't let that go to waste. I used that along with some water to cook 2 boxes of angel hair pasta that I'm going to use for my romaine noodles. And it just brought good flavor in there. Now I dusted a little bit of sweet basil on the top of this, and also spritzed some olive oil throughout. And that was just because I like the taste of sweet basil. My wok is super hot again. So this time, I'm going to put in my noodles. And I'm going to throw in a little extra shot of olive oil here. Now keep in mind, your noodles are already cooked. The only thing you're doing at this point in time is infusing them full of flavor. I'm going to throw in my garlic here. Now I already have pre-melted down a garlic butter sauce that I'm going to dump in as well. I use the garlic scallion butter sauce that I melted down in the microwave. That's my sous chef. I'm going to drizzle in about 2 or 3 tablespoons of teriyaki or soy sauce, depending on which one you want to use that evening. Now the more you put in, the darker the noodle will be, and the more of that flavor that will absorb. And I'm going to toss in a little bit of toasted sesame seeds, about maybe 2 teaspoons, or a teaspoon and a half of toasted sesame seeds. You don't have to use that. You can if you want to. You can use some toasted sesame seed oil. Any flavor that you're trying to get, or you're trying to look for, you can use. And as you can tell, it doesn't take very long at all. For the romaine noodles to cook. I'll put my wok back on the heat. And this is where we're going to finish off with our vegetables, and we're going to toss it all together. So this is what I like to zest in a little bit. Of ginger. On the vegetables. And a little bit in my romaine noodles. I like to use garlic, Korean garlic chili paste if I have any. That's real good. You can usually find that in the Asian section of the supermarkets. Okay, this is where I'm going to mix back in my chicken and give this all a toss. Now if I desire, you know how sometimes when you order Chinese and you want that nice thick juice in the bottom, like it's kind of a gravy type, that's where you add a little bit of flour and you make a roux. I wasn't going to do that, but I think we will. So you can add, just toss in a little bit of flour to tighten things up. Or cornstarch. Okay, now when you add a splash of water, you'll get that gravy. So we have all our vegetables flavored up and sauteed the way we want. Cut our heat off. I like to put it right into a bowl here. If I'm going to put it on the table, I might plate it up, or if it's just a big family gathering during the week and there's no serious reason to plate everything up real fancy, I'll just put it in a bowl here and tell everybody to go for what they know. And I'm going to tell you, this will be gone. This is how at Kitchen Possible we cook Asian delights during the week. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Let me show you how we plate this up. We'll get some of these romaine noodles here. And then we'll simply just right over the top with some of this chicken and vegetable goodness right here. And look at that. Wow. Isn't that looking delicious right here? Sauteed right in our wok. Look at, will you just look at that? That mountain of goodness right there. I'm going to tell you, there is a lot of flavor going on right there. We just entered Flavor Town. We are just looking at the hills and mountains and valleys of Flavor Town right here on this little plate of goodness right here at Kitchen Possible. All right. Okay, that's all we have time for right now. Remember, do not stick with the same old, same old. Do not be boring. Break out, break away from the walls of the same old, and push back the desire to still walk the boring culinary road of destruction as it relates to the old same way of cooking. And be sure to push back the walls of your comfort zone and move in the direction that will cause your family to wow with lots of flavor. And folks, you don't have to order Chinese. You can do it right there in your own kitchen. That's all we have time for right now. Just remember to email us your comments at kitchen.possible@gmail.com. And as always, taste the love.
Thank you for watching Kitchen Possible. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Find our recipes at kitchenpossibleshow.blogspot.com. Don't miss out on all the fun at Kitchen Possible. Subscribe now and friend us on Facebook. And as always, taste the love.